Hey, Taurus, intuitive soul coach here with your February 2023 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Taurus, regardless of relationship status. If you are single, looking for love, if you are partnered in a relationship, or you're dealing with someone close to your heart, we'll dive into it all. So just a friendly reminder, Taurus, these are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Taurus, let's dive into your reading here. Intuitively, as I was meditating prior, I received the image of Abraham Lincoln. So three things coming up here. You may meet someone or currently know someone that's close to your heart that may resemble the appearances of Abraham Lincoln. I know it's strange, but it's coming in here. You may have someone with the name Abraham or Lincoln, or there could be something financially that you are working on, even though this is a love reading, or it could be that finances may be a factor in your love life as well. But I do sense here that you may be looking for new ways to put yourself out there in 2023. If you are single, Taurus, I feel it's important for you to express your love, whether you say yes to that coffee date that someone else asked you on 5 years ago. Maybe the timing wasn't perfect here, because we do have reconciliation showing up here. You may be reconciling with a loved one. Now, when I do these love readings, it's not just romantic love. It can be love for family members, love for your children, your parents, your siblings, your friends. So please take it as it resonates, as I'm just reading the energy around love. So reconciliation showing up here. Someone from your past is returning to your life. This could be in the month of February for those of you that are looking for a reconciliation. It does not mean an ex from the past is coming in. Sometimes I hear intuitively, I can tune in to people saying, nope, I've cut my ex out. There's no way they're coming back. For others of you, this could certainly be just a friend or someone that you've grown apart from or had a falling out with. Or for those of you that are partnered up, you are in a relationship, this could be a reconciliation towards expanding on your love. Now, if you are in a relationship and it's complicated, I do feel that there's some sort of decision being made here for you, especially towards the 17th of February is what I'm getting here. And you may actually have someone coming into your life that maybe, for example, you may have went to see a therapist a year ago. You may reach out to them and say, hey, I'd like to connect with you again. So it doesn't, again, have to be an ex from the past coming in, but it could be revisiting someone that can help you move forward in matters of the heart. Now we have here, express your love, Taurus. This is important regardless of relationship status. You could be single, you could be in a partnership, you may be focusing on other people, your children, your family members, your siblings, your adult children. This is about you expressing that highest form of love, but most importantly towards yourself. So I always hear, people wanting to put in the effort or wanting to just wait for love to appear. This is about you expressing the highest form of love towards yourself. I always say, date yourself. Take yourself out for that nice dinner. Wear that fancy dress. Go dancing. Do the things that you would want to do if you had a partner. You can still do them. And sometimes it's more fun doing them by yourself, but at least you're putting out that energy that you are open, you are ready, and you're prepared. For example, you may go to the movie theaters or go to the movie theater by yourself at any time and eat popcorn, enjoy the movie, cry into your popcorn bowl if you want, laugh out loud, but just to put yourself out there. You don't have to have a partner to do that. And that's what I feel February energy is all about. Again, if you're in a partner, it could be date nights. It could be you sending the sitters off or sending the children off to a sitter so you and your loved one can have a little bit of time together. But if you are single, it's important to love yourself first. Not just if you're single, but you should always fill your cup in a relationship and out of one, because that is how codependency can start to creep into relationships is when we completely rely on someone else. When we let their actions affect us, we tend to disconnect from our own self-love. It says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I am getting, some of you are magnetized. They're showing me the Queen of Wands energy or even King of Wands. So a lot of you are feeling social, you're feeling high energy, magnetized, you're feeling good about your appearance and the way that you look. And even if you have certain pieces or parts of yourself on a physical level that you don't necessarily love, I feel like you're embracing them and you're using your strengths this month. The strengths that you have emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually to put out into the universe, and it is showing up in a magnetized energy. So I really love this for you. Let's dive into your reading, Taurus, and take a look at what the heart of the matter is for you in February 2023. What is the heart of the matter? We have the High Priestess showing up here. So the High Priestess is you connecting to your intuition, listening to your intuition as well, because sometimes when this High Priestess shows up, this can be about feeling things behind the scenes. You know that something is stirring. You know that something is in the works. You may not be able to see what it is yet. For those of you that are wanting to attract a soulmate, you may feel on a soul level that something is happening, that law of attraction and manifestation, that seed that you have planted is starting to grow and take shape, even if it hasn't yet in the physical realm. For others of you, if you're in a relationship, this is really about trusting your intuitive nudges. You may be questioning decisions at this time. You may be needing more clarity about how to take the next step forward. Your intuition is really high. It's really on point. So listen. It's important to realize that sometimes, yes, we may need to seek out professional help to see a clearer picture, but I feel that this month you are that professional help. You are the one that should listen and take your own advice this month. So the High Priestess coming in here, starting off, pay attention to your gut feeling. Trust in the inner wisdom. There's insight coming in. And if anyone around you, now this may resonate with a few of you, if anyone around you you feel has a hidden agenda, whether it's a coworker, a boss, it could be a lover, it could be a child, it could be a parent. If you feel something is a little bit shady or is a little bit off, trust your gut feeling. Now, it doesn't mean that that's coming in for you, but let's say you just started dating a new person and the red flags are showing up left and right, but you really don't want to look at them because there's a really strong physical connection, or you even feel there's a soul connection between you and another person. Pay attention to those red flags, because sometimes we ignore them in the beginning because we really want to attract love. So it's not, again, going to resonate with everyone, but just trust. That's the biggest energy. But overall, I feel intuitively, it's a really good feeling of you being able to connect to your higher self and know that there is some changes coming in, that you can rely on yourself to make those changes that are for your highest good. Now, what is the challenge or the block showing up here for Taurus in the month of February? Two of Swords. There it is. We just talked about this. It's being able to trust. Take off that blindfold. Sometimes we look for external validation, but Spirit is saying here that it's important for you to release that analytical mind. You may be spinning a story over and over in your head of, maybe I'll never attract love, or perhaps I'm not able to necessarily see this situation for what it is. I'm not understanding why something has happened to me, therefore I'm not able to heal. But when this Two of Swords shows up, I feel like you're gaining the clarification through intuitive insight, through paying attention to the signs, the symbols, the messages, paying attention to not just what's going on externally, but what's going on emotionally. Pay attention to your body language. Pay attention to the way people talk to you and interact with you, the way they lean in. So you're really good at reading people, not just intuitively, but the way that their body shows you their interest as well. When the Two of Swords shows up, this is about not ignoring a decision, not being indecisive, but being able to make clear again choices for yourself where you're able to manifest the type of love that you want and taking something to the next step. Going from that seed that we were talking about earlier to manifesting in the physical realm. So being able to see some choices and decisions, being able to manifest that love, being able to, some of you know that there's a reconciliation coming. It certainly could be this month. And now you've been knowing it for a long time. That may be a spiritual gift of yours, Taurus, is premonitions. You may have been dreaming of someone, or you just know, clairsentience here. There's a clear knowing as well that something is taking shape. I feel that this is very powerful coming in, and you're going to express your love in whatever form that is for your highest self. You're going to express yourself. Really beautiful. Let's take a look and see what the foundation is. Thank you, Spirit. They're giving me the name here, Jake. Jake, if that is your name, if it is someone's name that you are dealing with, it could certainly be a street or a place. Take it as it resonates. Okay, what do we have below you? We have the Emperor. This is you building and creating a life of stability. Now, some of you, this is about power. It is about control. Some of you have been in relationships where it possibly was codependent, or there were power struggles, or you had a time where maybe you were in a high level of commitment with someone. Remember, this is the foundation here. This is what you're built upon. You want stability in your life. And sometimes people are that gypsy soul who kind of want to do their thing and don't want to really settle in a relationship. For others, they do want that stability. And Taurus, I feel that this is you. You want a strong, solid foundation that will stand the test of time. You want to make decisions, though, in your love life that are going to be honest, be ethical, be truthful, and aligned with what it is that your heart is seeking. When the Emperor shows up here, this could also be healing from any sort of family dynamics with male energies as well. It could be father, brothers, uncles. So the Emperor showing up here is you really being able to step into your power and create that life for yourself, even if you are single. And I feel that you have been, Taurus. You're able to You have been able to create this life of a strong, solid foundation for yourself. But for those of you that are single, I feel like you're ready to make a move towards companionship. If you've been single for quite some time, you may have been focused on your career. You may have been focused on your finances as well. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Spirit. Some of you may be widowed. I just heard you may have a loved one who has crossed over, and I feel that you've been making choices for yourself that affects you in the present, but in the long run. Now you're making a very, very important decision when it comes to your love life. And I keep saying that because there's that chess piece and there's the world. So I feel that this is going to affect your world, or this is you have the intuitive nudges here with that High Priestess to make choices that will affect your world in a negative or positive way. You are the magician. You are the creator of your life. And I always say, and this has been showing up a lot more in readings, that quote by Wayne Dyer, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And it's something you're starting to work with more, Taurus, and you're starting to see that glass is half full, expressing yourself, loving yourself first, and doing what you need to do in your relationship status or regarding your own self-healing to move forward and attract that love that you want. Now, in the past, there may have been a love offer that came your way, or you may have had a love move. You may have made a move towards someone else, but I feel like it may have been either short-lived or it may not have turned out the way that you thought. Someone may have been not open to love. They may have been jealous, manipulative, obsessive, or they may have been a player energy. The Knight of Cups is showing up here in reverse. So I do feel that for some of you, I mean, this could have been a relationship that even happened, excuse me, 20 years ago, Taurus. Could be 20 weeks ago, 20 days ago, but I do feel that someone wasn't necessarily ready to commit. And in your foundation, you're saying, well, I can see these red flags, even if not right away, but I can see that this person isn't to my level. They aren't matched with my energy here. And it doesn't mean anyone's better or worse off than another. It just is a vibrational frequency. And sometimes someone doesn't match ours. And we need to decide, do we want to stay here and wait for them to grow and evolve? Or do we want to try to help them? But that's not ultimately your choice. It's up to them if they want to evolve, or do we part ways because we're at two separate levels? So that's what I feel is going on here in the past. Now, if you've been single for quite some time, I feel like it's important for you to, again, express your love. And that's what we have showing up here. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Let's take a look and see what's in your headspace. What are you focusing on manifesting, Taurus? What do we have here in your headspace? What's the potential? The Tower showing up. So I like when the Tower is showing up, especially in your headspace. A lot of people get scared of the Tower, but you want change, right, Taurus? You want something to happen in your life. You want to attract a soulmate. You want to make a very important decision in your love life. So a lot of times we're not scared necessarily of the Tower. We're scared of the change that follows it because we're embracing the unknown, and there's fear of how to move forward when we don't have a clear mind or a clear vision, I should say here. So there's that Two of Swords. So again, it's not the Tower to be feared. It's not, we shouldn't fear any of it, but that's part of the human experience, is to fear the unknown at times. The Tower is saying here, you want change, and I feel like you're manifesting it. This is something that may come in and strike at the perfect or even the most unexpected time, where maybe you meet the love of your life here, or you decide that a relationship you've been in for 20 years has already crumbled, but now you are no longer reaching for scraps. You're no longer hanging on to a situation. You're letting it go. Now, when this Tower shows up in your headspace, this is something you're contemplating here, is a breaking down of a belief system, breaking down of the old to make way for new. So the fact that this is showing up in your headspace, don't catastrophize a situation, but embrace this new change, this new beginning. I'm just going to pull one card to clarify here, because again, I feel like the Tower is positive in this case, especially because you are the one that is manifesting this. And you also see these beautiful monarch butterflies, these orange butterflies that are coming out, and they're ready to expand, because if they were to stay where they were at there, they could be crushed, they could die, they could get burned here from the lightning. And I feel like it's time for you to spread your wings and fly towards these new opportunities. But I will pull a card here just to clarify what this Tower is for you in your headspace right away. So something that's certainly been on your mind. Some of you are still healing from a Tower. I certainly see that. But yes, there it is. There's the Emperor and the Sun combined. This is powerful. You have the Emperor showing up here. This is the Sun. So this Tower is a big change that is going to bring a lot of happiness. Whether you're looking for an Emperor here, whether you are looking to create stability in your life, even if you're leaving a relationship or you are reuniting, whatever is going on the surface, remember, we're just tuning into the energy. The surface of what's going on physically will be different for each and every one of you, but this change that's happening, this Tower is going to create abundance, happiness, good health, good life, being able to share it with someone or those around you that you love. So I'm glad we clarified, because sometimes that Tower can kind of bring us into a little bit of a tailspin. Let's take a look and see what's showing up in the near future. What do we have in the near future? Wheel of Fortune, I just seen showing up here. So a change in your luck? Yes. This is about a turning point. A turning point because you are manifesting this Tower, whatever this is. And when the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune show up together, you think that something is going to be worse than it is. So don't catastrophize, Taurus. It's actually going to be better, way better here. These two are very powerful. We have things that show up in our lives when we want change, but we're afraid to step into it. The universe brings us a tower, right? So you are expecting an unexpected crash or a change, but what's actually happening here is a wheel of fortune. It's a turning point for the better. So don't let your head dictate a supposedly clear path or a disastrous path of what something should be here, because actually something quite wonderful is coming out from this tower. Beautiful energy here. So how are you feeling, Taurus? The stars are aligning. You're healing. You're feeling hopeful. You're feeling inspired. Powerful month here for love on all levels. This could be an aha month for you to really dive into that energy of self-love, loving yourself, and you're able to really reach that level of heart satisfaction, that level of feeling the blessings, feeling the gratitude, feeling that finally the stars are aligning and there's more positivity, more guidance, and more peace coming in, and that you're able to manifest the dreams that you want when it comes to your love life, or when it comes to relating with family members or people around you. There's something here really wonderful. So I love this, that maybe you've lost hope on in the past. If you're in a relationship, I'm also sensing some of you may have gotten recently engaged as well with this Knight of Cups that will bring in even more solid foundation in your life. So the stars are aligning. There could be even a proposal showing up here for you. Now, I feel that you are, again, I just feel this ascension. Overall energy here, ascension is what's happening, an awakening on an energetic level, and it's going to show up in your outer world. Let's see what's going on in that outer world. Let's take a look at the environment around you. Nine of Wands, determination, strength, dedication, effort. This is about you taking a look at what's going on around you in the outer world and you being able to not let that interfere with you. It still may be difficult at times. You may have an in-law, a mother-in-law, father-in-law, or stepchildren, or whoever it is in your life at times that can push your buttons, that can pull at your triggers here, because the Nine of Wands, you can see that she's created a little bit of a fence, but that fence doesn't look the sturdiest. It's something that you can climb over, but ultimately she has set up a healthy boundary. So whatever you need to do with whoever in your life that may be pushing or pulling at those heartstrings at times, that may be, again, pushing the triggers or the buttons that you have, this is about you staying determined, staying in your position of superior authority here, not in a bad or a negative way, but just being able to set those boundaries so the lines don't necessarily get crossed too much here. Nine of Wands. Okay, thank you, Spirit. They're also telling me that there may be someone that is trying to reach out that shouldn't. Okay, for example, they may be married, or they may it may be a work relationship. So again, that won't resonate with everyone, but I feel someone may be reaching out to you that it's probably not best if they do reach out. So you may need to set healthy boundaries, even though that may be difficult to do because you may have a pull or a strong attachment towards this person here. You know what to do. Okay. Oh, very powerful. Let's see what your hopes and fears are. What are your hopes and fears? Page of Swords. To find out news that's negative, gossip, other people's business. What do I always say about this? The way other people view you is none of your business, right? Because it's mostly projections. It can be jealousy, insecurities. It's their own self that is ultimately bringing about some sort of negativity. That could be the fear. Now, the hope, the Page of Swords, is that you're able to stay open, that you can manifest a new beginning, that you can attract the love that you want, that you will gain the clarity, the insight to move forward in your love life. I just heard someone say my lack of love life. So if you are single looking for love, you may want to do something of learning. You could be on a course of learning, take an online class, a workshop, or just learn more about yourself and how to go through this ascension process, and you will attract that type of love that you want. It may show up in an unexpected form. It may not be Prince Charming galloping in. It could be a companion animal. It could be a friendship that is going to last for the test of time. It could be twin flame energy. It could be a soulmate that shows up that is different from your usual type. So open up to those opportunities, and I feel like you will. Let's take a look here. You also don't want to find out something about someone else. You may have in the past. You may have read someone's text, or you may have seen something come through. There may have been a red flag. I'm just getting here that you found something difficult out in the past, or that could be a fear because of something in the past. Let's take a look at the final outcome for Taurus in February 2023. What's the final outcome? You can't make this up. You have the Sun and the Emperor showing up twice. Taurus, what you got going on here is beautiful. So if you have been overthinking or worrying about something with that tower is actually manifesting and turning into a wheel of fortune. Remember, this is headspace versus what's coming in here. The Sun is the best card in tarot. It is all about success, happiness, enjoying your life, being able to open yourself up, feel that gratitude, feel that love. That Sun is shining right into that crown chakra. So every being in your soul is alive and is active and is feeling the warmth of love all around. So really powerful outcome for you, Taurus. I love this. Let's take a look here and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. I will read the relationship message from the guidebook as well. What do we have here for Taurus? Truth be told. Truth be told. So this is about you being honest with yourself. And that was your fear as well showing up here. So let's take a look and see what this means for you. It's also card 14. Some of you, there's a very positive energy or shift around the 14th, which if you are in the United States, that's Valentine's Day on February 14th. So there could be something around that date coming in for you as well. This is about honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, and clarity of communication. People tell you who they are real quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. We talked about that earlier with body language as well. This card calls to you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experiences up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back. Speak your truth and listen. Yes. And for those of you that are single, this is about you. Again, I keep getting ascension, getting honest with yourself about the type of love that you want to attract, but that starts from loving yourself, dating yourself, and really connecting with that energy of self-love. So very powerful. Now, last but not least, we're going to see what spirit animal is showing up for you. And at this time, if you can, Taurus, please just close your eyes and take a moment. Tune into that third eye chakra. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Just pause the video if you need a moment to tune into any animal that shows up in your mind's eye. Pause the video again if you need to and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animal or animals in the comment box below. And I personally will enter you into that free monthly reading giveaway on the first of each month where I pull one lucky winner. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button. All right, we have koi fish. Koi fish, I really love this because it kind of goes with that saying there are plenty fish in the sea, and it says there's always enough. So some of you may feel like at times there is not enough love or not enough to pick from or choose from, or everyone is the same. If that is a limiting belief, that's something I would love for you, Taurus, to eradicate, get rid of, update that belief, and tell yourself there's always enough, that my fish is waiting here, whether it's a koi fish, whether it's a salmon, whether it is a tortoise, right? Make sure that you are opening yourself up to love and knowing that there is plenty of love around. And then, oh gosh, we have Stag Spirit take the lead. That is the Emperor energy showing up twice for you. So this is about you moving forward, you taking action. It's going to be a very powerful month for you. I feel that you're taking a stance and you're putting yourself out there by making decisions that are in your highest good that will attract to you the highest love of all. All right, Taurus, that is what I have for you. Very powerful energy this month, especially ending on that sun. I hope it resonates, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and do drop your power animals if you'd like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway. Thank you so much for being here, Taurus. Lots of love.